Hey guys, this is God of Politics, and welcome back to a brand new video. But before we get started with this video, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also join the Discord that is linked down in the description, and check out the website, which is also linked down in the description. But at this point, Joe Biden has really won the presidency. I said on Wednesday morning that Joe Biden had basically won the presidency, but now it's pretty much official. I know Decision Desk has actually called the race for Joe Biden. They've called the state of Pennsylvania for him, and I think that the other networks will probably do the same thing. I think they're going to call Pennsylvania, and I think at this point they may even call Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia once we have probably a recount, which won't actually change the results. But just doing a little skim through some of these results. I'm not going to go through too in depth because that'll take weeks to do in-depth analysis of these results, and that is what I will be doing eventually. But right now, it's kind of just talking about these results overall. We actually, just before I started recording this video, we had some new votes come in from Maricopa County and Phoenix, and Donald Trump was only winning them by 5 percentage points. That's not going to be enough to win the state of Arizona. He's losing it by 1.4 percentage points. He's probably going to end up losing it, like I did predict. However, Georgia, I did not predict it going blue, but Joe Biden is currently leading by about 1,500 votes here, and this is pretty significant because this is the state that I said would be razor thin, and Joe Biden is actually outperforming what I thought he would do in the suburbs. You look at a county like Cobb County, for example. This is a county that Mitt Romney won by 13 percentage points in 2012. Now Joe Biden's winning it by 14.3 percentage points. You see a similar story in Gwinnett County, in Rockdale County, Newton County, Henry County, Douglas County. Joe Biden even performed a lot better in Fulton County, and he got turnout a lot higher. He did better in Chatham County. He did better in a lot of places in Georgia. And, while Georgia hasn't been called in, neither has Arizona, neither has Nevada. Nevada probably going to go Joe Biden as well. Arizona probably going to go to Joe Biden. Georgia probably going to go to Joe Biden. Pennsylvania almost certainly going to go to Joe Biden, and North Carolina is probably going to go to Donald Trump. So we put that out on a map, and it looks something like this: 306 to 232 here, which would actually be the same exact electoral vote count as what Donald Trump got in 2016. Joe Biden would flip the states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Nebraska, 2nd District, as I predicted, and the state of Georgia, which I did not predict, but I did say would be razor thin. But you look at some of these areas like Pennsylvania, for example. Joe Biden's only winning it by 7,000 votes right now, but there's still a lot of votes to be reported in Philadelphia, in Bucks County, in Allegheny County, in some of these other areas over here. So it is looking like Joe Biden will have a little bit more room to gain. Pennsylvania is going to win Pennsylvania comfortably. But we look at the difference from 2016 when we look at the state of Pennsylvania here. We look at an area like Bucks County. Hillary Clinton won it by 0.8 percentage points here. And we go to today's election. Joe Biden is winning this county by almost 4 percentage points. We look at Montgomery County. Joe Biden's winning at 62 to 36 here. Hillary Clinton won this county 58 to 37. You look at Chester County. Hillary Clinton won at 52 to 42. Joe Biden's winning at 58 to 41. So Joe Biden's doing a lot better in Philadelphia, with turnout going up and actually getting a greater percentage of the vote. And once these mail-in ballots come in, and he's also doing better in the suburbs with higher turnout in the suburbs as well. He flipped back Erie County here, and it is looking like he also flipped back one of these other counties. I forgot which one it was. I think we will see soon enough. We will find out soon enough. But the gist of it is, Joe Biden did very well in the suburbs. He limited the damage in the rural areas, like I said he had to, and it's looking like he's going on to win Pennsylvania quite easily. Michigan is another state he went on to win quite easily, 2.6 percentage points he's winning it by right now. Wisconsin a little bit closer, 0.6 percentage points here. Minnesota, blew away my expectations. Joe Biden ended up winning it by 7.1 percentage points here. Same thing with New Mexico and Colorado. Joe Biden did better in the suburbs than I thought, and I was very opportunistic for Joe Biden over the suburbs. Joe Biden ended up winning them by more than I thought. Same thing with Nevada. Joe Biden's not going to win it by a likely margin like I originally thought, but I predicted it would be a lean margin, and it's looking like that's probably what it's going to end up to be. So when it's all said and done, Joe Biden's most likely going to win Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania. Georgia is going to be very close. It'll probably go to a recount. Joe Biden will probably end up winning it, and North Carolina will probably end up going to Donald Trump, but it will be a little closer. So I'm not going to go too in depth for this, but one of the things that we have to note is that the polls were very, very off. We had all of these Republican internal polls, and yet Joe Biden was still up almost 5 points in the average. The only poll that really got it right, is anybody really showing Biden up 1 to 2 percentage points? Not really, to be honest. I mean, I guess you could say Insider Advantage got it right because they had Trump +1 and Biden +1's in the margin of error, but most people didn't really get it right. I mean, Swayable got it right, but they're not a very good pollster. Susquehanna got it right if you're going to count the margin of error. Rasmussen actually got it right, which is quite interesting there. They are not a good pollster overall, but they did get the state of Pennsylvania right. If we're looking at the popular vote right now, Biden's ahead by 2.7% or 2.8 percentage points here. He's winning by 2.8 percentage points, and we still have, we've got 23% in California, 16% in New York, 8% in Massachusetts, 7% in Connecticut, 4% in Rhode Island, 5% in Vermont. We've still got more, 7% in Washington State, and from the Texas battles we've had, it's gotten a little bit closer. So, and you look at some of these other states, they're all pretty much totally reporting. So Biden's on track to get a very big popular vote win, and he's getting on track to win a pretty comfortable electoral college victory. Looking at the House, it wasn't as good for Democrats. They did lose a lot of seats that I didn't think they would lose. The two biggest surprises, clearly Florida 26 and Florida 27, due to Joe Biden's underperformance with Hispanics and especially Cubans in Miami-Dade County here. The same thing in Texas is 23rd. Again, Joe Biden really underperformed with Hispanics here, and it did hurt Gina Ortiz-Jones here, and that seat is going to stay Republican. New Mexico's second flipped, Iowa's first flipped, Minnesota's seventh flipped. Seats that could have easily gone to the Republicans, and I said could have easily gone to the Republicans. We've got more ballots to count in California. We've got more in New Jersey and New York and Pennsylvania, but overall, Democrats are going to keep the House. Republicans are going to gain a couple seats, which I thought it would be more like at the beginning of the year. Once COVID hit, I thought Democrats would do better, but again, you shouldn't really trust polls. I will never look at a single House poll again, with the exception of Des Moines Register, because they ended up being one of the only accurate pollsters this cycle. And I didn't really trust the polls that much. I thought, I knew the polls were going to be off, especially in the Rust Belt. I knew the polls were going to be off, especially in states like Texas and Florida. But the thing is, I didn't think it would be enough for Donald Trump to win, because that would require a historic polling error, and the polls were still very off. But it's looking like Joe Biden is still going to be able to win. Joe Biden, his campaign advisor said the race is not a blowout. It's not a 10-point victory, and Joe Biden's not going to win Minnesota and Michigan and Wisconsin by 10 percentage points. But I knew that the polls would be off. I predicted the polls would be off. I just didn't think it would be enough for Donald Trump to win, and I ended up being right. So that it looks overall like my predictions have been accurate. I'll make a video specifically talking about my predictions. I'll make a video talking about the House, about the suburbs, about the Senate, about individual states. So we got a lot to talk about, a lot to break down in this election. This is kind of a more brief overview, but I do want to say, Joe Biden's the president at this point. He's been president since Wednesday morning, when I basically I was actually up the whole night, and I said, there's no way Donald Trump can win at this point, and it's looking like Joe Biden's going to even do better than what my expectations were on Wednesday morning, when I knew Joe Biden had won the presidency then. But Joe Biden overall has done very well, and he will become the next president of the United States. So thank you all for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also join the Discord that is linked down in the description, and check out the website, which is also linked down in the description, and follow me on Twitter, that is also linked down in the description. But again, guys, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.